Claressa Shields. I don't think there's really any question that she's the best women's boxer today.
Of all time.
All time. You putting over Layla Ali?
All time. And I love Layla.
Wolf?
All time.
Coal miner's daughter?
All time.
Really?
There's no comparison.
Damn.
Your defense is still lacking, girl. I ain't gonna lie, your defense is lacking. You got to do better. I told you to work on your damn defense.
Oh my God, it's Claressa. Oh my God, like,
where I've just been able to kind of like rationalize it all. Like, I have been in training camps at the Olympic Training Center with her. I've done a couple of sparring rounds with her, and I didn't end up on the canvas. Like, I know I've been at that same, like,
I don't know what sparring session Kaye Scott talking about. She keeps saying we sparred like 10 years or something ago, which we didn't. But I don't remember it because any girl I've ever sparred, I smoked them. Any of them. So.
Confronted by constant debates surrounding her legacy, self-proclaimed greatest of all-time Claressa Shields is stepping back into the squared circle on August 15th at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. She is set to defend her WBA and WBC middleweight titles against tough veteran challenger Kaye Scott. While critics continue to question whether any female fighter can truly push Shields beyond her limits, the multi-division undisputed champion enters fight week as the overwhelming favorite, with betting odds reportedly around -3,000. But that raises the bigger question. Will this be another routine title defense for Shields, or could Scott shock the boxing world and pull off one of the biggest upsets in women's combat sports history?
I don't think Claressa Shields got no more learning. She has everything that she needs in her arsenal to stop and destroy anybody. Now, of course, you guys know Claressa Shields is going through that weight cut. She's cutting weight. As you can see, we on the track. We cutting weight as well. But she had to go back down to where Miss Kaye Scott is. Miss Kaye Scott, like I said, 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. She has the opportunity to make a good name for herself. Win, lose, or draw, we got to take our hats off to that fighter because she's the only one that wants to challenge herself against Claressa Shields. Now, a lot of people are like, well, man, we sick of this. You know, Claressa Shields never fights the guys or the women that we really want to see. Well, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Alicia Bumgun, all them guys that she tried to fight in the past, she tried to call them people out. She been called their names out. She been pulled their card. And guess what? Nobody ever wanted to step up and challenge themselves. Now, Claressa...
This high-stakes lead-in sets a rigid baseline for fight week. Shields is not merely fighting to defend belt count. She is actively defending her claim as the undisputed pound-for-pound queen of combat sports.
Well, me and Lala have a lot in common. We some get money girls. And I've been a fan of her. She's a fan of me. And we done bumped into each other a couple times. But with the fight being here in Atlanta, I believe that friendships go a long way. And it's like, yo, why not have the biggest walk out the other biggest? And I feel like, you know, who bigger than Lotto, especially up in Atlanta. I agree.
This high-stakes matchup sets a rigid baseline for fight week. Shields isn't simply stepping into the ring to add another successful title defense to her record. She's fighting to protect her status, legacy, and claim as the undisputed pound-for-pound queen of women's combat sports. With so much at stake, even a dominant performance carries meaning, while any unexpected struggle could give her critics new ammunition.
Let me ask you a question, Pat. Who the bad bitch you know? Who the bad bitch? Not the sound. I want to know the answer. Who the bad bitch, baby? I know it. Maria! We don't hear you. Right. Who the bad baby? Period. That's it. 1 minute.
Bringing high-energy personalities into a high-pressure training camp has become an increasingly common strategy among elite fighters looking to combat fatigue and keep the atmosphere intense. By surrounding herself with trusted allies and maintaining a fiery gym culture, Shields is keeping her motivation high while sharpening her mental focus and pushing her conditioning toward its peak ahead of fight night.
In the future, I didn't think she would say yes to the fight. So she said yes to the fight. I'm happy that she did that. And Atlanta, August 15th, I want you guys to know something, and I want Kev to know something too. I will not be the same person that I am right now. I will not have on no heels. I will not have on no hair. I won't have on no lip gloss or no makeup. I'm coming with the Queen Latifah, Cleo, braid straight to the back. I'm coming ripped up, muscles in my neck, and I'm ready to go. And Kaye Scott, I actually feel like I love you a little bit. Like, I love you, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been knowing each other for a lot of years. We shared the ring. I celebrate her success, her wins. I'm not a hater, so I can do that. But the only time I have to go against anybody is when they get inside the ring with me. So I gotta rock with me, and I'm telling you, Kaye Scott is so strong. I just hope that Mark has came to my training camps. He know what I do. Mark, I hope you warned you. Top dog. I'm top dog. I'm mean. I'm strong. You know, I'm fast and I'm accurate. Don't think me losing this 20 pounds on, you know, only thing you're going to have on me on the fight is your breast. Don't be bigger than mine. That's it. Everything else, don't be smaller. And I'm just looking forward to just...
Proclaimed by many as the undisputed female GOAT, Claressa Shields received major praise from fellow pound-for-pound King Terrence, Bud Crawford. During a recent high-profile podcast appearance, Crawford didn't hold back as he compared Shields to legendary figures from boxing history, including Layla Ali. His comments added even more weight to the ongoing debate surrounding Shields' legacy and her place among the greatest fighters the sport has ever produced.
Claressa Shields, I don't think there's really any question that she's the best women's boxer today.
Of all time.
All time. You putting over Layla Ali?
All time. And I love Layla.
Wolf?
All time.
Coal miner's daughter?
All time.
Really?
There's no comparison.
Damn.
At all. All time. I love Layla too.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody coming close to Claressa.
Right.
2-time Olympic gold medal.
Yes.
3-time undisputed.
Yes.
Well, how many weight classes she did? 6 different weight classes. Now I understand it ain't a lot of women boxers.
Right.
But
she's the best of what's out there, what's ever been out there.
That still don't take away the accolades
right.
that she posed. So
right.
It's no comparison.
When a consensus top 3 male boxer like Crawford gives such strong validation to Shields' resume, it adds even more significance to the August 15th card. His assessment reinforces the growing recognition of Shields' accomplishments beyond women's boxing, while analysts point to her exceptional speed, technical versatility, and ability to make adjustments as qualities that could translate across different generations of elite fighters. Crawford's endorsement also adds another layer to the ongoing conversation about where Shields ultimately ranks among the greatest fighters in boxing history.
About Claressa and Conor McGregor, we saw what he did against Floyd. Do you think Claressa could get in there and give Conor a run for his money in a boxing ring?
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. You know, Claressa's been getting in the ring, sparring men since I've known her. You know, so I feel like she'll get in the ring and give anybody problems for the time.
Could she beat Conor?
Who? Conor
McGregor?
I don't know. You know, like I said, Conor McGregor is a man. You know, but at the same time, she would do well.
Backing Shields' abilities, fellow elite world champions have also offered their assessments of the matchup. Shakur Stevenson, who has previously drawn comparisons between his own defensive style and Shields' approach, has spoken highly of her ring generalship. Stevenson believes Shields' ability to control distance, dictate the pace, and make precise adjustments could leave Scott with very little room for error throughout the fight.
He's like my little brother, you know. I don't think blood can make us any closer. If you're talking about arguing, almost getting into literally a fist fight to actually being there for each other at our darkest hours, he's been there with me, you know, at the training center where I think he probably the only person that ever seen me cry. He walked in my room one time, I was in there crying. He's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, I can't talk about it right now. So he's been there with me, and he's always been there to uplift me, and we talk about everything together.
How many rounds you guys put in together?
You know what? Coach Billy would not let us spar at the training center. Whenever we was ready to spar, he always kind of, oh no, Claressa's sparring here and Shakur is sparring there. And, you know, I think we only sparred one time, and that's when we was in Rio.
Joining Stevenson in the prediction column, former unified champion Teofimo Lopez echoed similar sentiments, pointing to what he sees as a significant athletic and technical gap between the two fighters. His assessment adds another layer of confidence to the belief that Shields' speed, experience, and technical ability could prove difficult for Scott to overcome on fight night.
Baby girl. Oh man, baby girl. Stop already, man. I think she just don't got no more challenges at the women's division and fights, man. So I think she just trying to make anything and everything. Maybe go back to the Olympics and get another gold medal. You know, we probably Team USA needs it. So, you know, I think just focus on you. Why are you fighting guys? Don't try to fight guys. You're not trying to fight women.
Teofimo Lopez took his praise of Shields' dominance even further, suggesting that she may have already exhausted the biggest challenges available in women's boxing. In a lighthearted but pointed assessment, Lopez joked that Shields could consider chasing another Olympic gold medal rather than looking for increasingly unconventional challenges. His comments also touched on Shields' interest in facing male fighters, arguing that she should continue focusing on women's boxing rather than pursuing matchups against men. The remarks add another interesting dimension to the debate surrounding Shields' ambition, dominance, and what challenges could realistically motivate her next.
I dropped Run Your Mouth last month. That was a diss to Alicia bum ass. And then, there we go, dissed her because she always running her mouth. Yeah. And then we got Good Life coming out because my life is real good. Me and my man living real good right now.
Since you named you mentioned her, can we ever see that ever happen? You know how, like, the fans want to see
Come on now, y'all know that's a trick question. Yeah, she'll never.
When elite champions like Stevenson and Lopez align in their assessment, it reflects a broader sense of confidence in Shields' ability to control this matchup. Her ring intelligence, disciplined jab, and ability to dictate distance can make her extremely difficult to hit cleanly when everything is working as planned. But not everyone discussing the fight is doing so without history. Undisputed super featherweight champion Alicia Baumgardner, who has had her own highly publicized friction with Shields, also offered a tactical perspective on the August 15th matchup. Despite their past personal tension, Baumgardner focused on the stylistic realities of the fight, providing her own assessment of what could determine the outcome when Shields and Scott meet in the ring.
I'm bigger than him. Bigger guys, bigger boxers are generally going to win against smaller guys. I'm just your thoughts when you saw that clip. What did you think when you saw that?
I believe her. I believe she can beat me. Yeah, she'll knock me out.
I think you've been facetious.
No, I'm here for I don't hit women.
That's true. I understand that. No, I'm just. Did you shake your head or did you say why out of all the names did you pull your name out of the hat?
No. I believe her. I truly believe she can beat me.
Yeah, interesting. And she said,
even outspoken fan favorite Rolando Rolly Romero, who has shared viral back-and-forth exchanges with Shields in the past, also appeared to agree with the expected fight outcome while maintaining his trademark personality and blunt commentary. His assessment adds yet another notable voice to the growing group of fighters and personalities who expect Shields to remain firmly in control when she steps into the ring.
Yeah. She actually mentioned, I don't know if she took offense to it, but I know when you talked about that past sparring, you brought up that you were able to touch her a couple times, and she was like, she didn't touch me.
I think, again, that's a swing of the media. All I said was that I've done rounds with her before. Right. Like, it's like, not that I haven't punched her before, she hasn't punched me. Like, she's punched me and I survived, I punched her and I survived, and that's all. Like, I think I saw that as well, and I was like, so I don't need to get into that. I don't want to be on social media wars or anything. As soon as it goes, I'm just like,
How much have you guys changed? I mean, not just you, but her as well, since those early sparring sessions?
Well, not too much. Like, I've been a supporter of her. Like, anyone that's pushing women's boxing up, like, because I've met her and trained with her along her journey along the way. Her and French on and heaps of the American girls, Michaela and all of them. Like, whenever they've been fighting, I've watched tuned in on TV and sent them messages going, congratulations and all that kind of stuff. So I've never been a hater on any of them. I've just always kind of just been a supporter. And so her last fight with Barney and her and all of them, I've just gone like, yeah, well done, you fought well, deserve it. So nothing much more than that. But
having respected rivals and outspoken personalities acknowledge her tactical superiority speaks volumes about Shields' standing in the sport. Even some of her fiercest critics are forced to recognize the level of skill, ring intelligence, and dominance she consistently brings to the squared circle. That widespread respect makes her August 15th title defense even more significant, as Shields enters the fight with both an elite resume and the expectations that come with being one of boxing's most accomplished champions.
Your defense is still lacking, girl. I ain't gonna lie, your defense is lacking. You gotta do better. I told you to work on your damn defense. Yeah, I told you. You let her sneak one on you real quick. Come on, you gotta protect yourself at all times. I don't understand. What? Come on. Yeah, you gotta work. You gotta work on your slipping and your reactions. Shit, that was too easy. That was way too easy. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Man, I don't know. Think she might. Shit.
But the matchup has also been dissected by Hall of Fame broadcaster and former world champion Tim Bradley, who focused on what he sees as significant defensive vulnerabilities in Kaye Scott's game. Bradley noted that while Scott has proven herself at the middleweight level and holds championship credentials, her lack of explosive footwork could leave her vulnerable against Shields. If Scott struggles to create angles or escape exchanges quickly, Shields' sharp counterpunching and ability to capitalize on openings could make her a stationary target throughout the fight.
Stability, because a lot of people look at your record and say, hey, she's only had 7 fights. With all the talk that's been said about 10, does that help with you?
100%. I think a lot of people just look at that pro record. I've kind of gone past the point of defending where I am to be here to have this fight. But for people that haven't tuned in or don't know my background, I've been in the sport for 18 years, but my priority was the amateurs. So I have had 120 amateur fights, and it's very similar to Tam. It's not like she's had just 5 fights. She's been on their national team, the Canadian national team, for 10 plus years, and mine was exactly the same situation. I was on the Australian team for nearly 15 years. So she was very much deserving of that fight, and she won those belts. And last year in Detroit, I earned those 2 belts. So that's the exact reason of I'm kind of beyond explaining why is Claressa taking this fight or why do you deserve it. I deserve it because I've got the 2 fucking belts. She wants a belt. She's coming down to my division. It can't make more sense. So, and my job is now to keep the belt. So, all I can do is be confident in my camp and my ability. I gotta trust myself. I'm confident in my camp, my ability, and what I can bring, and I know the odds aren't in my favor. The age isn't in my favor, but that's the whole exciting thing about combat sports, sport in general, but especially combat sports, that anything can happen at any time. And I've dotted my I's and crossed my T's every single part of camp. I'm on weight. I've done the sparring. I've done the conditioning. So that's why I am confident. I've given myself every possible opportunity to go in there and be in the best form to win. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't think Claressa wouldn't want someone that's not going into a fight not thinking they can win. Why would you want to go in there with someone that's not kind of on themselves and thinking, I have the belts, they're mine. So I'm going in there as champ. So that's the go.
Yeah. Do you think you're underrated? I mean, a lot of people try to, critique your experience just because of the pro record, but you've had a ton of fights in the amateurs as well.
It's I know myself, the smaller community or people that know my background kind of know the truth behind it, and to be honest, I kind of turn off the comments on everything else. Right. I see a few things and I'm just that doesn't deserve my energy. So, I haven't actually seen a lot of it. Some people send it to me and I'm like, nah, alright. People are entitled to their opinion. I don't really care. I don't have to change that. My focus is just 100% on Saturday night and putting all the energy where it deserves.
Bradley's breakdown emphasizes a critical boxing trend. High-volume counterpunchers can punish opponents who constantly march forward without changing angles. Unless Scott can introduce effective lateral movement or create unexpected moments of power, she risks walking directly into Shields' counters and carefully set traps. But the overwhelming betting odds and widespread media doubt could also give Scott a genuine nothing-to-lose mindset heading into Atlanta. With little pressure to meet expectations, Scott can focus on making the fight uncomfortable and forcing Shields to work harder than anticipated. Her team reportedly believes that physical durability, sustained bodywork, and pressure could disrupt Shields' rhythm as the rounds progress, particularly if Scott can drag the champion into the later stages and make every exchange physically demanding.
Claressa Shields versus Kaye Scott. I would be lying if I said I was really interested in this fight. I love Claressa Shields. I love what she's done to the sport. Kaye Scott, we've interviewed her. We've done a ton of stuff with Kaye Scott. She's a fascinating fighter. It's a great story. I don't really see how this is an interesting fight. It's strange, right? Because Shields is one of the most important women's sports figures, but yet the matchups for her aren't really coming together for whatever reason. I do think that there is a world where Tam Theobald could be a future opponent in the not too distant future. Shields needs a new rivalry soon. And not to talk down on Scott. Scott's a very good fighter and a tricky fighter, but this does feel like a levels fight leading into it, and the anticipation isn't that of a big fight that I would expect.
History in combat sports has shown that underdogs fighting without the weight of expectations can be especially dangerous in the opening rounds. If Scott can survive Shields' early pressure, disrupt her rhythm, and force the fight into uncomfortable inside exchanges, she could create one of the few realistic paths to an upset. As Fight Night approaches at State Farm Arena on August 15th, the boxing world is waiting to see whether Claressa Shields can deliver another dominant performance or whether Kaye Scott can shock the sport against overwhelming expectations. With champions, former fighters, and analysts largely backing Shields, the pressure rests firmly on the champion to live up to her reputation. For Scott, the equation is much simpler. Survive the early storm, make the fight physical, and capitalize on every opportunity. If she can do that, the supposed mismatch could become far more competitive than the odds suggest.
I don't think Claressa wouldn't want someone that's not going into a fight not thinking they can win. Like, why would you want to go in there with someone that's not kind of on themselves and thinking, like, I have the belts, they're mine. So I'm going in there as champ. So that's the go.
Yeah. Do you think you're underrated? I mean, a lot of people try to, critique your experience just because of the pro record, but I mean, you've had a ton of fights in the amateurs as well.
It's like, I know myself, like the smaller community or people that know my background kind of know the truth behind it, and to be honest, I kind of turn off the comments on everything else. Right. Like I see a few things and I'm just like, nah, that doesn't deserve my energy. So, like, I haven't actually seen a lot of it. Some people send it to me and I'm like, nah, alright. Like, people are entitled to their opinion. I don't really care. I don't have to change that. My focus is just 100% on Saturday night and putting all the energy where it deserves to be. So, and that's on me. There's no point me getting online and trying to speak to John who's like, this is a joke. She's had 7 fights. I don't care what John thinks. Like, I care that I'm here and I'm gonna give it everything. So
yeah. You mentioned age as well. That's another thing that people like to criticize. We bring up their age. I mean, you certainly don't look your age. So
I'm in the gym training with all like our pro and amateur team, and they are all like mostly in their 20s. So, and I stay alongside them and do the exact training as what they do. So, and it's always been that way. I got into boxing very late because my state had it illegal. I couldn't fight any earlier than what I did, and I was late transitioning into the pros. But body hasn't been an issue for me, and it hasn't been so far. So while I'm still kicking ass, I'm going to keep kicking ass.
Do you think your age?
With predictions stacked heavily in Shields' favor, all eyes now turn to Fight Night to see whether Scott can defy the odds or whether Shields will deliver another dominant performance and add yet another impressive chapter to her legacy. Now we want to hear from you. Do you agree with Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, and Tim Bradley that Claressa Shields cruises to a dominant victory? Or does Kaye Scott have a legitimate puncher's chance of pulling off the ultimate shocker? Sound off in the comments below and let us know who you think wins and why. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest boxing news, fight breakdowns, predictions, and exclusive stories. And as always, share this video with other fight fans. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.